Providence, Rhode Island, welcome to the Potterverse. It's a podcast dedicated to the book and film universe of Harry Potter. So grab your favorite wands and time turners. Let's step into the night and pursue that flighty temptress adventure. Hi, everybody, and welcome back. My name is Mary Larson.
Marvin, you jumped the gun there a little bit.
Okay.
Little too. You didn't let the go through.
Sorry,
Come on
I was
now.
just so excited.
You don't step on John Williams like that.
I know.
What are we
Very
doing?
true. Very true.
Marvin,
Hi,
come on.
I'm Mary.
My name is Blake. How's everything going today? And I'm ready. I'm ready for the extendable ears.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
I'm ready for what I've learned has been referred to as Caps Lock Harry.
Yes. Oh, yes. Those of you who are audiobook only, you are missing out on the visual aspects of this chapter. You may just have to whip yours off your little bookshelf there and check it out because Harry yells louder than Sirius's mom.
Oh, man.
And
Sirius's
saying
mom's
something.
no joke either.
That
man.
is saying something. Well, of course, we are here in Chapter 4, number 12, Grimmauld Place. And I wanted to read the first bit of this caps lock for you. So you haven't been in the meetings? Big deal. You've still been here, haven't you? You've still been together. Me? I've been stuck at the Dursleys for a month, and I've handled more than you two have ever managed. And Dumbledore knows it. Who saved the Sorcerer's Stone? Who got rid of Riddle? Who saved both your skins from the Dementors? And who had to get past dragons and sphinxes and every other foul thing last year? Who saw him come back? Who had to escape from him? Me. But why should I know what's going on? Why should anyone bother to tell me what's been happening? Can't have wanted to tell me that much, can you? Or you'd have sent me an owl. But Dumbledore made you swear. 4 weeks I've been stuck on Privet Drive, nicking papers out of bins and trying to find out what's been going on. I suppose you've been having a real laugh, haven't you? All holed up here together. I skipped all of the narrated parts and Hermione trying to calm him down. I just read straight Harry Potter, Gryffindor Rage.
Oh, man, Marvin.
He let it all out.
As soon as I heard that, there was just one person on my planet that I was thinking of.
Really?
It was absolutely you.
Oops.
That was,
Ain't no fire like a Gryffindor fire.
I'll tell you what, you were reading that so well that it was clipping on our...
Oh, it felt the caps lock.
Oh, the soundboard, the mixing board absolutely felt the caps lock life.
You are welcome, my friends.
So if you heard some cracking, ladies and gents, it's because of the Gryffindor rage.
And when I wanted to read it all without the narration or without Hermione interjecting, because that was Harry's train of thought.
Oh, sure.
He wasn't even stopping. It was still like full steam ahead. I need to get this all off my plate. I need to finally unload. I finally get to have some kind of release. And I think that's what it was for Harry. And I love it because as we go on this chapter, other people comment upon Harry's yelling and him causing quite a stir because he is not quiet. He is not quiet at all.
No,
but
not at all.
Our friends, we do want to take just a brief little reminder to thank those of you who are members at jointhenerdclan.com. You make this and all of our other podcasts possible. Truly, we are a mom and pop supported podcast. And if we bring Lumos to any times of Knox, we would really appreciate your support. You can join for as little as $2 a month. That is less than a cup of coffee. I mean, heck, that's how much a bottle of water costs. If you're lucky. And it's water.
Oh, thanks to inflation.
Oh, well, and anyway, I have an issue with bottles of water anyway.
It's the BPAs that do you in. That's the problem.
It's just like, why are we doing this? Why are we causing all of this mess in the oceans? Anyway, so thank you for those of you who are members, those of you who are going to join. It really means a lot to us. And on that note, let's get into the show.
Let's do it.
I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good.
All right, so our mini plot recap for those of you who have blasted through this chapter a while ago and may forget, this is the chapter where Harry is reunited with Ron and Hermione. He is at the meeting place of the Order of the Phoenix, 12 Grimmauld Place, and he also gets to meet back up with the loud and yammering Sirius Black telling his mother's portrait to be quiet. We're in this like dark and grimy, gross place, and Harry lets it all out. He lets it all out.
He's not afraid to crack
share
some
his
eggs
feelings. Yeah.
He wants to crack some eggs.
He has a lot of big feelings.
Can't make an omelet without cracking eggs. That's the thing. That's what I learned.
Oh.
You know, Harry's got to make an omelet.
Okay.
He's got an omelet of feelings.
Mm.
Maybe some cilantro in there. Maybe some ham.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Just
Don't know where you're going with this, but sure.
He's just got an omelet of feelings. He's got a plethora, a cornucopia, if you will, of feelings.
And most of that feeling right now is anger. And
Yes,
that's okay.
well, that's what I'm saying.
If those of you who've watched the movie Inside Out, all I could picture was the anger emotion with his
Just
head on
Louis
fire.
Black on fire.
But little Harry Potter version of it. You know, like sadness Harry Potter, like
Yeah.
sitting in the corner
With the glasses.
Nobody decided to write me a letter. And anger's just there, full control board. Let me do this. I've been waiting for this all summer.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you have done this, Mary? Would you
Yeah.
have flipped out on everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
So here's the thing. We're going to give Potter some grace. All book long. All book long.
Well,
Because,
yeah.
Okay, a month ago. No,
Kid just
2 months
watched
ago.
another kid die.
Yes, by the person who murdered his parents.
Yes.
And people don't even believe him. And now he's been shut out. You know, he didn't get any birthday celebrations, which his birthday was 7 days ago.
Yeah. Nobody cares about
Nobody
his
cares
birthday.
about his birthday. No one cares about his birthday week.
No,
Okay?
He's not getting a birthday princess week.
I mean,
That's the problem.
yeah, let's be real. And
Everyone deserves a birthday
Hagrid
princess
did not
week.
show up with that pink cake on the 31st. But yeah, he's gone through all of this, so he obviously has trauma. He has a lot of things that he needs to work through. Now he's finding out that people have been keeping secrets from him, that, you know, for one reason or another, which isn't explained well enough to him. These are the people he feels the safest with, and frequently the people who you love and you feel the safest with are the people who you're allowed to share your truest and rawest emotions with. So just like
Yes.
you can fight and yell and be upset with your partner, your parents, your kids, whomever. I mean, you shouldn't be yelling at your kids, but people do.
It happens.
But you feel big is what I'm trying to say with the people who you feel big about in the other way. It's like you can't
Oh, okay, I see what
have,
you're saying,
it's
yep.
like the bell curve. You know what I mean? It's like you can't have the dark without the light,
Yes, that's true.
you know?
You know, you I think you took Star Wars: The Last Jedi just a little too seriously there, Mom.
Okay. But that's what I'm trying to say is that, you know, people who you feel meh about, that don't really thrill you, don't
Yeah, it doesn't
excite you, that
matter.
you don't love, you don't care. You can just lie to them. Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
I'm fine. Whatever.
great.
Like, I don't know you. I don't
Yeah.
know you, Tonks, so I'm
Yeah.
just going to be nice to you.
Right.
And you make a little joke about my scar, and I say, whatever.
Well, yeah, because the bigger the close, I know you were just alluding to this, but the bigger the closeness, the bigger the
Yes,
feelings.
yes.
So, yes.
And this is where he can be safe, and he is the most disappointed in these friends.
Does Harry have a right to be disappointed?
100%.
Even after
100%.
even after the explanation that they give.
Yes.
Why do you think he has the right, the 100% right to be that explosive?
Because when have these 3 Gryffindors ever listened to an adult?
Fair.
You're welcome.
But if it was in Harry's
See,
best
if
interests,
if I was part of the trio, or if I was like the hangout kind of like quad person, if it was like Harry, Ron, Hermione, and Mary,
Mm-hmm.
because once again, we have no idea who is another girl essentially inside their year. We don't know who all of Hermione's roommates
good
are.
point. Yep.
I'm just pretending I'm there. I would have told him some stuff. I would have.
Yep.
Snape now gets to know more than Harry Potter.
Yeah, he's a professor. He's an
When
adult.
has that ever stopped these kids?
Snape's always known more than Harry the entire time.
I know, but when has it ever stopped them from not paying attention? Okay, what are you going to do, Dumbledore? Put me in detention if I tell Potter a little something? Now, for the fear of like, oh, an owl could get intercepted.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, is it for Harry's best interests? And do they understand that it's in Harry's best interests?
Just still be vague. Still be vague.
Well, that's what they did. They were vague.
They weren't.
They were nothing. Hermione
They were
even said it. These
nothing.
were nothing letters. And they had to be.
I would have given more insight.
I
I would have given it in like code language. Okay?
and I'm sure that
I would have been like, hey, do you remember how there was like a club with like a werewolf and a dog and a stag, and they had to, you know, keep it on the down low? You know, it's something like that is happening. So it's on the down low. But don't worry, okay?
and you let's get you on the opposite side of that. Are you telling me that you're Harry Potter, you're Caps Lock Harry,
Yeah.
and you're gonna
I would do more.
and you're gonna accept
I would
that
do
answer
more
from Hermione.
I would do more.
What do you mean you would do more?
You put me on the spot to write an encoded letter to Harry freaking Potter right now.
Well, that's what you get. You get Harry.
I'm Harry freaking Potter.
That's what you get. That's what Hermione's got. She's got Hedwig there. She's got Hedwig there picking at her hands.
Yes.
She's bleeding.
Yes.
He's lucky that he gets anything.
Yeah. No, I would have told him more.
What? You got Hedwig pecking at you.
Yes.
And you got Dumbledore in your other ear being like, don't say nothing. You can't say anything. Because if you do, it's going to put Harry freaking Potter,
I'm Harry freaking Potter.
your best friend, in danger. What are you going to do?
Write in invisible ink. Do something.
No, see, that's not an
I'm
acceptable
not going to tell
answer.
him Okay, well, once again, you're putting me on the spot.
Well,
okay?
Hermione's on the spot.
Hermione could have written letters before Hedwig bit her. And she could have thought them out. I'm just saying, I'm not saying the kids are at fault. I think this is all Dumbledore's fault.
You know what, Mary?
You're basic.
You're basic. And it's okay.
I think it's Dumbledore's fault.
It absolutely is Dumbledore's fault.
I would have written in my letter, Dumbledore's telling me I can't write anything. I'm mad at him. Are you mad at him too? And then they could bond over their anger.
Now, you see, that is a good answer.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
There you go. See, that's what I'd do.
Listen, Dumbledore's telling me to shut up. I got to do it. I'm pissed.
He's looking at my letters.
Yeah.
I love you.
Trust
Let's
me,
be
there's a
angry.
reason.
Let's be angry together.
Yeah.
I'll see you soon.
Let's be angry together.
Here's some more chocolate.
It'll make you feel better.
Since you had Dementors. Like, send him chocolate.
At the give me a chocolate frog or something.
My God.
Right?
Who are these jabronis?
It's the cards that you want. You're welcome, world.
But yes, I think that I would have reacted the same way. I think when you're around people who you're close to, I think if Dumbledore was there, that's who should have gotten the brunt.
Well, here's the thing. Dumbledore, and we all know this, I think. Dumbledore at this time of the series, I think he's letting Harry down on multiple levels.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, I still believe that he thinks he's doing what's best for Harry.
Well, part of me wonders, is some of Harry's anger the little Horcrux in him?
Yeah, I've thought about that too, right? And I kind of agree with that.
Like, did it take the emotion of anger and give it a little more oomph?
Sure, because it also makes you wonder if the author already knows that the Horcrux is in Harry.
Yes.
Right? Because if she does, then yes, I'm buying in.
Yes.
Right?
I
If she
think
doesn't,
yes.
then this is all kind of narrativium, right? Like,
I think by this point, yes.
What is the evidence that would suggest that the
My
author
heart.
knows? Just
I've
gotta
got
have
great
faith.
intuition. Baby.
We call that the wham effect. Just gotta have faith. That's a joke for you olds out there.
Okay.
Hey, for you youngins, go ask your parents about wham.
What was discouraging too for Harry is he tries to ask these questions while he's being brought over with the advance guard, and Mad-Eye Moody's like, "Stop asking, quiet, don't say anything, stop it," because Lord knows who could be listening in and everything. So I appreciate that they're taking things seriously.
Oh, definitely not Snapely.
No. And then, of course, when they get into Grimmauld Place, it is a hot mess express.
Yeah,
It
the
is dirty.
whole thing's a dirty, dingy mess. I love the description of when she said the author said it smelled like mold or it's I can't remember off the top of my head, but as soon as the author
He could
wrote
smell damp dust
Yeah,
and a
yeah.
Swedish rotting smell. The place had the feeling of a derelict building.
yeah, I love that description because instantly
Mm-hmm.
we all know what that smells like.
Interestingly enough, there was an old umbrella stand that looked as though it had been made from a troll's leg. And this could, you know how Mrs. Fig was making jokes like the pixie's out of the bag and things like that were kind of like muggle related jokes or sayings or activities that have been wizardified.
Yeah.
So
Is that a new word, a wizardified?
in England, some people had like umbrella stands that were made out of elephant feet, which just sounds so disgusting and gross and weird and not existent here in America.
No.
But like this was a thing
We
that
do tiger feet here and
we
lion's feet.
don't. Oh my God. In Britain,
We don't care about elephants.
In like the Victorian times, it was a big thing, and but still, like you think about that gross connotation. So obviously, the people who had these elephant feet umbrella stands
Sure.
were wealthy because they were getting it from these like endangered or at least hunted creatures during the time. But also, just thinking of these elephants as lesser than creatures that didn't deserve to live, that were going to take its leg for a friggin' umbrella stand.
Yep.
So to think of that as here we are in the Black's house, and they have now taken a troll's leg and made it into an umbrella stand. Now, granted, trolls are disgusting and mountain, nose troll bogies.
Man.
But did they deserve to be killed and then had their leg turned into an umbrella stand?
Trolls
or is that
are people
more
too.
a like pure blood? Exactly. So if you're talking about like probably Hermione Granger would not have a troll leg umbrella stand in
Highly
her
doubtful.
hallway, but a pure blood dark wizard magical family would have no problem whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking trolls are lesser than us, they're lesser creatures, and of course we're going to have this troll leg umbrella stand. So I just think that that's another thing. Now, of course, we've got the stuffed heads of the elves along the walls,
Yeah,
but
that's
that
something.
actually, but that's another thing, right?
Yep.
That to them may have been like these are lesser than creatures, but as we find out, that's creature's goal.
I was going to say, what does creature think of
Creature
all of
is
this?
pumped to be up there on that wall one day. That is a major accomplishment.
So I guess my question then, Marvin, is if creature wants to be up on that wall,
Yeah.
is it disrespectful
Is it disrespectful to whom?
to elvish people? Is it disrespect? Is the act of taking an elf's head and stuffing it, putting it up on your wall?
I mean, he'll be dead by then.
I know, but is it disrespectful? Like, is
Not to creature and not to creature's family.
right? So I guess that's what I'm getting at. Is it wrong of this family to have that kind of?
But how much of this did they train their house elves?
Yeah, but house elves are people too, right? Like they can
but
make
like
their own
Stockholm
decisions.
syndrome, okay? Where you're like, oh, this is special. This is a big deal. You can trick people when you're in charge of them.
Yes, that's fair.
Like, would Dobby want that? No.
No. But here's the other question: how rampant is elf head stuffing within the wizarding community?
But exactly, it's through the upper class. I mean, it's hard, right? Because we don't necessarily we see that Sirius treats creature with a lot of disrespect.
Sure.
There's obviously regular Muggle humans who stuff their dead animals and their dead pets because they loved them so much, or like
Yes.
if they are hunters and they're proud of it. So, to me, I think the Black family, from understanding this, did take pride in showing how many servants they had.
Mhm.
And it sounds to me like Creature did love to serve this family. And I wonder if they actually had a bit better relationship because he like lovingly takes care of this portrait.
Sure.
Whereas this is something that lowers my opinion of Sirius is how he treats Creature. And I wonder if it's because of his upbringing in this wealth, always having these servants.
Yeah, or is it anger because?
Is it anger because Creature is associated with his family?
Yeah, well, and when you consider what his mother did to him,
Yeah, but Creature didn't do that to him.
fair.
So I'm just saying it's a little touchy for me with Sirius and how he treats Creature.